Hello all and welcome to today's WMA, that is Weather and Monsoon Analysis for 17th of October 2024. Hello all to today's Weather and Monsoon Analysis of India and the globe. So let's first discuss Indian weather, of course, and the southwest monsoon season that is currently now inactive. So the withdrawal of southwest monsoon season is successfully done. Southwest monsoon has withdrawn from the entire country around 15th of October, and we are done with the season and now looking forward for the winter season. So having pulled up the latest imagery from IMD, we can see here that the blue lines are the actual date of withdrawal, and with just a slight delay of a day or two in the most states, you can see that 14th October is that date, and the 15th was the last one where it was completely done. So generally it takes 20 to 25 days for total withdrawal, so just a delay of a day or so. So let's discuss more about how will be our winter season. So before that, I would like to share that winter winds from north-northwest creates a wind pressure that helps in exit of the southwest monsoon winds. As you can see that it starts from the north to the south. Okay, so let's go ahead and also understand exactly where we are heading. So let's look at the cloud cover over the entire country to understand if there is still a leftover cover over few states or not. So here I am. That's also and satellite image from the IMD. Now, as we can see here, the cloud covers, there are several places still in India where we can see few of the cloud cover that might affect the weather. So let's understand one by one. First, let's look at the cloud cover over the north coastal region of Tamil Nadu, which is quite evident around. You can see here that Tamil Nadu, and that's Andhra Pradesh right there. We can see that there is more of in the coastal areas of the AP and the Tamil Nadu region. Now, it was predicted that it is a depression with a speed of 30 to 45 kilometers per hour, and this would lead to isolated to scattered light to moderate rainfall during subsequent 2 days in certain areas, because this particular circulation is moving northwestwards. That is, it might affect Madhya Maharashtra, of course the southern peninsula also, and some parts of Madhya Pradesh, very little bit, and then Gujarat, the south of Gujarat. And what will it do? Well, it will lead to rainfall, not very heavy but scattered and light, and this will be happening till say 19th of October. So also it is predicted that this particular depression will weaken into a low pressure area till tomorrow, that is the 18th of October. And so again, isolated heavy rainfall over Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Karaikal, and coastal areas of southeastern India. So that's for this particular circulation. And the next one that we can see is an active cyclonic circulation over East Assam. So we are looking at this particular area right here. So again, some regions around the state will get affected, but not very significant for a rainfall activity. So the northeastern regions of India might not have any extreme conditions as of now, because it's not a very heavy circulation, just a moderate air pressure. Also, another cyclonic circulation lies over North Lakshadweep. So when I talk about North Lakshadweep, we are talking about this in the Arabian Sea. So, and around Lakshadweep. So it looks quite prominent and massive, but might not affect any land area of the country. So it's somewhere, we can see good circulation here, but nothing to be, no such predictions of it getting converted into a storm or something. So yeah. Now, IMD has also predicted that a fresh upper air cyclonic circulation might be in place over North Andaman Sea. So we are talking about this particular area. All right, and this will be happening around 20th of October, due to which a low pressure area is likely to form over central Bay of Bengal. So we are talking about this entire Bay of Bengal area around 22nd of October, and it might intensify further while moving in the northwestward area. So this is the northwestward area, the coastal areas of AP, Orissa and West Bengal, also some parts of Bangladesh. So now we will wait for IMD's update as of whether it might create any new concerns around the coastal regions. So let's wait for the update. And again, one more, a slight low pressure area we are seeing with a very minimal intensity. It was marked around this area, that is Bangladesh North and sub-Himalayan West Bengal. So this area right here. No concerns because it's already weakened, and so no rainfall activity might be seen in the northeastern regions. This entire north and eastern regions might see somewhere slight to very scattered rainfall, but nothing major. And that's our 2024 monsoon season. It has come to an end. So let's see some factors that might help in understanding and predicting the winter season, whether it will be average, below average, cooler, or will have harsh winter. So let's go ahead and understand few things more. Before that, I would like to share this animation by the IMD. I'm going to play this. So that's where you'll see rainfall, the blue areas that you see, and some parts. All right, so that was how we'll see the rainfall activity. So of course it's the leftover, and now let's look at the winter forecast, which factors might affect the winter. So quickly I'll be showing you the IOD. Now let's look at the IOD forecast. What is IOD? It is the Indian Ocean Dipole. So it depends on the sea surface temperatures and subsurface temperatures in the Indian Ocean. Also, I had shared with you in the previous report that there is also an ENSO forecast. ENSO is El Nino Southern Oscillation forecast, which gets active or inactive or neutral, positive, negative, depending on the sea surface temperatures in the Central Pacific Ocean. So let's understand all of that, and let's see how it might affect the Indian weather. So first I'll be discussing the IOD. You can see here that the green is the neutral forecast. So SON is September, October and November months. So this is the percentage, 60% probability of neutral conditions and 20% probability of it becoming positive or negative. And you can see that it's gradually positive and negative forecast is something which is going towards zero probability, but the neutral condition is 60, then it's gradually going over 70, 80, 90% till December, January, February and so on. So IOD is going to stay in neutral, which is how this affects. So basically IOD being neutral means we will be seeing no extreme weather of any seasonal event coming up. So IOD is neutral. Now let's understand the other one, which is the ENSO. Now, Enzo, like I said, that's El Nino Southern Oscillation. Now, as we can see here, the neutral conditions might prevail in February, March, April of 2025. But as of now, the blue line is the La Nina forecast. So again, El Nino is hotter summers and hotter weather, and La Nina is cooler temperatures. So we can see 40 to 50% probability of a positive La Nina. I am hoping that it goes to around 70% around November, December and January. But as of now, IMD has given an update till August, and it shows that the anomalies that we see, it shows that there is 40-45% probability for La Nina upcoming. Mid-October has already been done, and we are looking at the end of October. So I'm very much looking forward for November, December, January, what it does. As of now, Enzo is in neutral phase. So how do we know that? Well, I'll be sharing with you this particular NMME seasonal forecast for October 2024. Now it's an international forecast. So we can see here that the 3.4, that is the season where we get La Nina around October, November, December, a week phase. You can see that this black line shows where it is exactly right now. So September and October, we are right here. So we are very much there, but not yet. So let's wait for November. This is October right there. It's very much on the line, but has not crossed that line. So we are again, the Nino 3.4 is neutral as of now, but the October end and November, we might see a positive La Nina. Same thing, it might be an average La Nina, not very strong. So that's NMME seasonal forecast for October 2024. Also, I'll be sharing with you a small animation where you can see the live monitoring region. Now that's the Pacific Ocean right there. That's the equator, the central line. And this particular is a key monitoring region where we might see what's going to happen. As you can see here, that slowly, the blue is the cooler temperatures is entering in that particular region, and that's for July and September. So September 29th, that was the latest that we have got, and we'll be waiting for more. So cooler waters have already entered till September 29th. Now let's see what it does until October end. So yes, now let's see how this will affect our winter. So the winter season as of now looks average and not very cold due to neutral IOD and neutral Enzo as of October 2024. So let's wait for another update about the La Nina event around October end. And that's it for India. And let's see the global climate and weather updates. So, well, the globe has seen extreme climate events and weather-related disasters in 2024, and it's still ongoing. So there were several hurricanes and Category 4-5 typhoons were reported in the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean. So many areas faced destruction and devastation with loss of life, and it had created so much of havoc. So let's look right now if anything is active, and this is the typhoon and hurricane tracking map. So I'm going to quickly expand it to full screen, and we can see here that that's India right there and nothing active in the Indian Ocean. Then this is the Pacific Ocean overall, that's the Eastern Pacific, Western Pacific, something is forming here. So that's a low chance of becoming a tropical cyclone. Some disturbance going on, nothing as of now that it might get converted into a cyclone. No such predictions. And so the Pacific looks quite off. So nothing active here. Then we have two areas of interest in the Atlantic Ocean. So we can see one of them is a tropical disturbance which might form into a cyclone in say next 7 days, just 20% chances, so nothing very strong. Then there is another one that is around, say, again, the mid-Atlantic Ocean. Nothing over there too, 30% chances of it becoming a cyclone. So as of now, nothing active. We do see a tropical disturbance 94AL. So let's see how this particular disturbances, get connected with 94AL to form into something. So let's wait and watch. So this is for the latest, if there is something active. Now let's understand what happened few days back. There were so many cyclones and hurricanes that were massive and very deadly. So I'll be discussing few and how it will be affecting India and its weather and the global climate. So let's go ahead and check out each and every massive cyclones that happened. So the first one I would like to discuss is Hurricane Milton. So that's in the Atlantic Ocean. Now it caused massive destruction in the affected areas. So this is the satellite image of Milton. You can see how it has a very strong eye in the center right there. And then look at the massive coverage. So it affected a lot of land. So let's understand what all it did. Few of these images is right here. This is the track of Hurricane Milton. It started from the Gulf of Mexico and then, it gradually moved towards Florida. So what happened here is it's the second most intense Atlantic cyclone ever recorded over Gulf of Mexico, and it made a landfall on the west coast of US state of Florida right there. So it just made a landfall less than just 2 weeks after Hurricane Helen made a landfall in Florida, which we will be discussing after this, but that were massive 2 category, 4 and 5 hurricanes, which we are going to see. Now this was an extremely powerful category 5, Milton. It formed on the 7th of October. Now Milton was the strongest tropical cyclone in 2024 so far. I mean, across the globe. This was the strongest one. And it had wind speed that topped at 285 kilometers per hour. Oh, that's massive. Now it's very scary and massive. So reported damage is more than $30 billion with fatalities of more than 28 people and 6 people missing. This hurricane led to deadly tornado outbreak and caused widespread flooding in Florida. It became extratropical and weakened rapidly till October 10th. So that's October 10th right here. It was bad. So it dissipated on 12th. So that's 12th right there. Now this area is near island of Bermuda, so that's where it dissipated. So let me just share some of the, now look at this. That's how it started, October 5, and then it became a hurricane till October 7th, and then it continued. So the sea surface temperatures were quite supporting it because it was quite hot in the Caribbean. So that's some of the, look at this satellite image of, this is Hurricane Milton, live satellite image when it formed. Some of the devastations that happened, flooding, since the political mayor was handing over some instructions. So let's not discuss that, but so that's few of the pictures that were shared officially by the US Department. So that was Hurricane Milton. Now let's move towards the other one, that's Hurricane Kirk. So that's Hurricane Kirk right there. It was a large and powerful tropical cyclone that caused heavy damage around few parts of Western Europe after it got transitioned into a windstorm. Now it caused heavy damage in few areas of Western Europe. So it formed on 29th of September 2024 and became post-tropical till 7th of October, and it dissipated around 30th of October. It reported wind speed of 145 miles per hour, that is 230 kilometers. That's a massive one again, a super typhoon category. So damage was not reported and one fatality as it was largely in open waters. So let's understand the track of it. That's the track. It started somewhere here and then it moved and gradually, affected with low wind speed around the European parts. So nothing major. So saved from this deadly hurricane. So I'm glad. Now that's Kirk, and another devastating cyclone is cyclone and hurricane Helene. So Helene had caused fatalities and widespread destruction across the southeastern US. It formed on September 24th, 2024, became extratropical around 27th, and it dissipated around 29th September 2024. It reported wind speed of 140 miles per hour, which is 220 kilometers per hour. Look at that. Category 4 hurricane. The eye right there. And look at this particular cloud cover. So powerful that it made landfall in the Big Bend region of Florida. So when I talk about Big Bend region, it's this particular area. The hurricane force wind gusts as far inland as till Atlanta. You can see how it went far off till Atlanta. So that's Georgia. So due to its fast motion, the storm caused catastrophic rainfall, which caused flooding, and it triggered numerous large tornadoes, loss of life. More than 252 people lost their life and missing 93, with damage of more than 45 billion US dollars. That's a lot. So it's more than what Milton did. It's the same area. So just in a span of 15 days, the loss of, around $70 billion. Same area, almost little bit here and there. So Florida faced very deadly hurricanes in this particular past few days. So hopefully everything recovers soon. So that's Hurricane Helene, and some of the pictures I might like to share. That's the path of it. So it started from here and it made a landfall around Florida area and affecting some regions of Atlanta, Georgia. So look at that. So that's a small image of, or you can say a small animation of how it went. Look at the coverage. It was massive. Category 4 landfall, and it stayed like that for quite some time. So that was Hurricane Helene. That was 3 of the massive hurricanes for the Atlantic Ocean, and now we'll be discussing one more, and after that a Pacific hurricane. So Pacific Ocean. So one of them was John. So that's John right there. So Eastern Pacific is the region where it affected. So it dated around 22nd September, a category 3 hurricane, not a small one, a massive one again. It caused life-threatening destruction, flooding across southern Mexico for several days. It was there for several days. It had peak wind of 120 miles per hour, that is 195 kilometers per hour. Look at that. It caused damage of more than 51 million US dollars with 29 fatalities, and it made a landfall as a tropical storm, thankfully, on September 27th. After, well, something to know about this is that it had dissipated, but its remnants just came back and it formed into a tropical storm again, and then it made a landfall. So that was something to look out for. I mean, something very, I've never heard of this before. So that was on the 27th of September when it made landfall in the Mexico region. That's Mexico right there. You can't even see. So that's Hurricane John, and it weakened later. So around 26th of September it dissipated again. So this was something very dangerous. Whenever such storms redevelop, they can create devastation like never seen. So that's Hurricane John. And last but not the least, something in the Western Pacific, also we would call it as a South China Sea or Philippine Sea. So the one to look out for is Krathon. Well, before I go there, I would like to go ahead and show you the next look at the track of it. Oh, look at that. Now that's Hurricane John and that's Hurricane Helene right there. Both of them. I think the Atlantic was a very massive Atlantic season. Well, it was delayed, but it caught up like never before. So let's look at the other one, that's Typhoon Krathon. So that's Typhoon Krathon right there. Now, it's a major typhoon, a category 4 equivalent with the highest wind speed of 150 miles per hour. It was just for a minute and then again it went back to category 3. So it was again a super typhoon, also known as Typhoon Ulian, a powerful and violent tropical cyclone which impacted Taiwan and Philippines around 26th of September, and it lasted till 4th of October 2024. So if we look at the latest imagery, which was shared, you can see that it had broad and ridged eye. Look at that. It's a very broad eye and you can see the coverage. So there is Taiwan somewhere here. Okay. Now, and Philippines. Well, I discussed, I think it was tropical disturbance at that time in the last report when I was discussing, and then it got converted into category 3 and category 4 hurricane. So it did make a landfall on 3rd of October in Taiwan, and it reported a damage of $45 million with 18 fatalities and 730 plus injured and 5 plus missing. So here are some of the images and its track. Look at that. That's Philippines, that's Taiwan. So that's the landfall that we are looking at. That's the track of Hurricane Krathon, also called as Hurricane Ulian. So that's right there. Another satellite image of it. So let's see if I have something more. Let's look at that, the animation of it. Or I would say the satellite that is giving us these details. Look at the formation and the way it is moving. It has already done now. So with such extreme events and disasters, the 2024 hurricane season was one that we should watch out for. Now, how does it affect us? Well, the entire globe and its climate is connected with each other. These storms are caused due to extremely hot sea surface temperatures. So after these storms pass, the SST gradually cools down, causing several changes to our environment. Well, it seems it might help to enable La Nina soon. So let's hope for better and cooler weather soon in India. That's it for India and global climate. This is Vaishali Sheth signing off for Alpha. Thank you. Kindly like, share and subscribe. Learn technical analysis and get specialized in wave analysis today and be your own fund manager. Why to rely on others when you yourself are aware of how to do your financial investments? Get your commodity currency and annual monsoon report. Also, we offer career counseling programs with assessment from class 8 to up till your graduation. So thank you all and see you in the next session of FMTA.